Alright, I haven't covered House of the Dragon on the channel much, but this felt like a great point because all these storylines have finally built up to and came to a head, a crushed head right in the middle of the wedding. So yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about episode 5, and then we're going to go over some of my thoughts for the show overall as a whole. I've been pleasantly surprised with it. Now, let's see, off the start, I love the complexities in the characters like Daemon, Targaryen, and also just, good God, how well Matt Smith plays this character, you know. I know him primarily from Doctor Who, so to see the happy, bumbling type of character he played in that, to how well he did that, to also how well he can do a complex character like this is so interesting, you know. You don't just outright get who he is, you know, you just kind of got to figure it out because he's not all one thing, you know, and that's how it is with the king and him too. So yeah, just really great, interesting characters. But so yeah, it leads you to the question: did he mean to rile up the horse? Because he didn't technically kill his wife, right? Because the horse kind of freaked out and knocked her off. He didn't actually help her, right? He finished her off in the end. But had that not have happened, what would have he have done? Maybe he didn't mean to speak the horse. I don't know. But yeah, it's just, I like how interesting it is. I also like that scene because he really didn't say much of anything. Just the way, yeah, just the way he acts was just great. Okay. I felt really bad for the Kingsguard, Sir Kristen. Yeah, whenever Rhaenyra is talking to him on the boat, pretty much says, yeah, I can't run away with you, whatever. And he's basically put all of his eggs into one basket for her. And yeah, she just broke all of them right in front of his fucking face, you know, because she's a Targaryen, and they have that mean bitchy side, I guess, to where she's like, no, I'm gonna be the fucking queen, you know, all of a sudden. Super shitty. Felt really bad for Sir Kristen. So yeah, and let's see, I also like another complex, interesting character that's not all one thing, was the former Hand of the King. I can't think of his name right now, but Otto, I believe, yeah, Otto. Seeing him, what he's warning his daughter about, saying, you know, okay, this is gonna happen, and you know, he's got a point, and he's meant to be villainized from our perspective, you know, but also, you know, I see his side too, want how he's saying everything's gonna go down, and how he's just wanting the best for his daughter too, you know. So I am interested to see what they do. Interested to see what they do with him in the future. And yeah, I love the confession scene with Sir Kristen too. It's a little bit too coincidental, you know, with the queen not exactly saying what she was thinking, and Sir Kristen just kind of confessing. But again, it creates for some great drama, because now she's like, you know, thinking Rhaenyra lied, but Rhaenyra really didn't lie. And yeah, it just creates so many different complexities. It's kind of hard to keep track of all of it, but I like it. I'm invested, I'm interested, you know. So yeah. And then, let's see, I like being in the king's shoes. So the wedding scene, all of this aside for how fucked up it is that she's marrying her cousin, and then she's like trying to kiss her fucking uncle at the wedding. Yeah, all of that's super fucked up. And yeah, the way the queen comes in late, and you get that awkward tension there too, was crazy. But yeah, I like the way they put you in the king's shoes, and you're seeing it from his perspective, and you're trying to figure out quick, like, oh shit, what just happened, you know? So yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's plenty of theories out there. I don't know how. I don't think it's so face value that Daemon kissed her or whatever happened. I think that's what they want you to think, but I think that's kind of too obvious. But yeah, it was brutal. And Sir Kristen, I don't blame him after everything had been building up, just fucking wailing on that guy's face. Absolutely brutal. And then you feel bad because he's about to kill himself, but I think he's going to end up siding with the queen, you know, and yeah, that'll be interesting in the time skip. Obviously, Rhaenyra and the queen are going to be pitted against each other going forward. So yeah, only complaint I have about the show, like I said, I love the action. You know, the dragon fights and things like that have been super cool, and the visuals, everything, just beautiful. And obviously the character drama here, may it be on a smaller scale than something like Game of Thrones, where it was like dealing with all these different stories. It's easier to keep track of with this. I've heard that we will go to a bigger scope for this show eventually, with different people and places. But yeah, it's more of a tight-knit story, and yeah, character drama is just is paced great. Great characters. I love the king and his complexities, and obviously Matt Smith, and like I said, complexities pretty much all around. And you know, even the queen and Rhaenyra, the differences between them, like the different lives that they could have led, and all that shit. But the pacing, though, the pacing seems really fast compared to Game of Thrones, but I don't think it's fast in a stupid way like how Game of Thrones season 7 was, where it was like, okay, this should have taken like a month, but it happened in 2 weeks, you know, because these things are like taking months and months and months, but we're just passing that amount of time in episodes and episodes. But if that's the way you got to do things to tell the story that you want to tell, you know, then that's fine, you know, because sometimes that's just what's required. And did the king die at the end? I'm pretty sure we've seen, yeah, I've seen pictures of him like older, so obviously we know that he does not die there. Oh god, look at this piece of shit show. That's another painful thing about the show too. Whenever they reference events from like Game of Thrones, it's like if Breaking Bad was a terrible show but Better Call Saul was good, is exactly what it's like. Because it's like, this could be so much more epic, you building to these things, but it's not, because we know how Game of Thrones ends up. Yeah, and then the king just rushes the wedding at the end, which I thought was hilarious, because he's like, okay, you're gonna fuck your uncle if I don't hurry up and get you married off. So yeah, he rushes it into one of the most depressing weddings I think anybody has ever seen, right? So yeah, absolutely crazy episode. Loving this show. Look forward to it week to week. I know there was a lot of woke controversy about it whenever it, you know, was trailers and stuff like that were coming out. Any of that, if it's there, to the degree it is, has been forgotten and forgiven by me. So yeah, this episode would be a 10 out of 10 for me, absolutely. So let me know what you thought about it, and thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.